Hello, welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play video. Today we are going to be bettering my villager area, and I think that the best way to get started with that would be to make a little house on top of this hill where all my villagers are going to go, and that house can hold my villagers that I will use for breeding so that I can fill the area inside this small hill with all the villagers I will use for trading. And to start off, building's not exactly my strong suit, but I really want to experiment around, but I also really want the building here to fit with all the rest of the builds here. So I'm going to go get some materials gathered, and I will be back once I have all those materials. So this is the block palette that I'm planning on using, so kind of like the rest of the builds with the gray paths and flooring and ceilings and the wooden walls, except for I'm trying to kind of do it more like the big house up there, but then add in more style to it, so I'm gonna probably use a variation of a lot of these blocks. But one really cool thing I found was deep slate, just the block deep slate, not the cobbled version like this. You can actually place it sideways, and I think that that makes a really cool floor texture. It's just a little bit different than the cobbled deep slate, and it's not the top of the deep slate block, which can look kind of weird. I just really like this side of the deep slate block, and I think it looks really cool, so I'm going to try to use that as the floor of this building. And once I get it started and make a little progress, I will see you guys then. And there we go. The first level of the house is done. I hope you guys can get a picture of what the rest of the house will look like off of this. But basically, right here, I'm going to kind of try to build up, well, the whole part is going to have a whole second story, but then it's going to have, like, uh, I don't know how to describe it, but the angled ceilings like that, and then over here I'm going to make a big tower that goes up, and I think it'll look pretty cool once it's done. And now I'm just going to probably finish up the rest of the house, and I will check in with you guys when I'm done. And there we go, the second level and the roof is done. I am really liking how this is looking. I haven't ever really done one of these like tower type things before, but I think it looks pretty good. And I kind of went out of my comfort zone with this ceiling. It's a lot steeper than I normally do, but I am liking how it looks overall. And the second floor, I decided to do that with andesite instead of the tough block because I just wanted a little bit of gradient in the building. So yeah, there's the building done. Now I just need to get at least 2 villagers inside, and I need to get a whole bunch of beds. So if we come up here, uh, I'll probably fill like this whole area with beds. You shouldn't be able to see them from the outside, but from the outside this building will look good. On the inside it will be very cramped because even up here there's less space. So I'm probably going to line like the middle area here with beds, and then maybe put beds in here. We'll see. Just to get as many villagers making babies as possible so that I can fill my trading hall rather quickly. But once it's filled, I can remove as many beds as I want, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. But this is the house. I am gonna go work on that, getting those villagers in here, which is gonna be very painful, and getting the beds. I also obviously need to put a door, and then I'll have to put like a trap door right here just so they don't get out. But yeah, that's the villager house is done for the most part besides the beds and the villagers. I will see you once I have those. Okay, and I'm done. I got 2 villagers in here, and I filled in the beds. I think there's around 15 in here, so that should be plenty for them to produce little baby villagers, and I also put in this trapdoor right here so they can't get out. Works great. They can't get past it, and it should keep zombies from getting in for the most part, unless like a baby zombie tries to get in, but then the door should just be closed at night. But overall, I think this house was a great success. It definitely put me out of my comfort zone for building, but I think that I did a pretty good job. It was pretty difficult for me to build in this style. I don't really build that much at all, but I think it went well, and it'll definitely help get my villagers in the basement instead of having to just breed them somewhere else. I also think that I did a good job keeping it fitting in with the rest of my base while also making it unique. I also don't use glass very much, and I'm thinking that I might have to get Optifine so that the windows look a little nicer. But otherwise, I think that this villager house looks great and it's definitely a great addition. Now, I just have to get all the villagers down here, but I am not feeling like doing that right now. So, I'm thinking that I might start work on getting this river all the way around, because this area is a riverbed, as you can see by the change in the grass color, but it doesn't have any river in it, and I think it'd be really cool to just have this river go all the way around here and then out to the ocean and also into the cave right here, because I think that it's just really cool that the river shifts into a cave right there. I think that's a really cool thing. So I will be working on that, and I might even connect it all the way over there. I don't know if that'll happen right now, but that'll definitely happen in the future. So I will see you guys once I have a little bit of progress done on this river, because right now it is just a river bed for some reason. See you then. As I was digging out the channel, I found this villager, and I was like, hey, did one of my villagers get out? But it turns out this is the villager that I had initially lost. I had brought him through this portal, and he just disappeared, and now he reappeared. So I'll get him in the house as well. I didn't realize that he was still alive. I thought he had just died to a zombie as soon as he came through. But now I have 3 villagers, which is even better, because if one of them, something happens to one of them, I have an extra one. Okay, now I'm gonna get back to working on the river around my base. See you guys when I'm done. I've made quite a bit of progress on the river so far, but I'm starting to notice that this is definitely a lot more work than I thought, because as you can see, I have gotten it dug down pretty far. I did hit a water cave, which helped out quite a bit, but this guy needs to get out of here. It's annoying. I dug out a good amount of the river, and I also kind of like made the path that I want it to follow. But as you can see, this side is mostly terraformed, and it'll probably stay like this, while that side is going to be a little bit harder, because that is a steep slope to go from right here to all the way up there, and that is definitely going to take some work. I'm going to finish that up really quick, and then I will show you guys the finished product of the river. And just like that, the river around my base is done. I connected it all the way around. And so it goes from this cave all the way around under there and out to the ocean, which I think is a super cool addition. It really just separates my base a lot more from the rest of the jungle. And I think that that is going to be the end of this episode of my Let's Play. I hope you guys enjoyed. I built a really nice villager house that I will use to populate the basement down here with villagers to trade with, which came just in time because I just ran out of golden carrots, so I'm going to have to get some more of those, hopefully by getting some farmer villagers down here. I appreciate all you guys watching. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.